时，您准备好了吗？我们永不分离。愿一切有情得解脱。祈祷将永远不会离开你们，我们将会一次又一次的相遇，直到我们一同获得证悟。嘎千仁波切。让我们一起成为上师的化身，为这个世界带来美好。我们一起以弥陀心咒来恭迎我们的上师恩师嘎切仁波切。 弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，唵阿弥陀佛，
Om So next Dharma friends, we're going to receive the refuge vow. And in general, the three jewels are always the same in nature in all the Buddhist traditions. But we also need to understand that the spiritual teacher from whom we receive the refuge vow embodies the three jewels of the three times. The body represents the Sangha of the three times, because with the body he refrains from causing any harm towards others. And also in his speech represents the Dharma of the three times, and with his speech he engages in the benefit of others, such as teaching the twofold truth and so on. And the mind represents the Buddha. So the body is the Sangha, the speech, the Dharma, and the mind is the Buddha. The mind has realized the view of non-duality, has seen the ultimate truth. So this is how we need to understand that within one Sangha, the three jewels of the three times are complete. And among the three jewels, the Sangha is actually most precious. So these are the outer sources of refuge. And then we also need to understand that these are complete within one's own root guru. And if you understand that, then you will develop an unbiased view towards all the Sangha. because the outer appearance is just an outer appearance, but when you understand the true nature of that Sangha, then a real and lasting faith in the three jewels arises. And so from that, an unchanging faith will arise. And so it is very important for us to understand the inner three jewels. And that's actually explained in our refuge card, where it says, I take refuge in transcendent awareness or wisdom, which is the heart essence of the Buddhas. So the Buddha is the one who had shown the method to attain enlightenment. And enlightenment is something that one's own mind has to attain. Enlightenment in Tibetan means sangye, and sang means to clear away. So first, what needs to be cleared away is the dualistic thoughts of self and other. And when that is cleared away, then the mind comes to abide vast, like space, which is the second syllable, ye, which means vast or expansive. So the mind is no different to space, which is vast and expansive. And the reason why it is not experienced that way currently is because of this sense of a self. It is habitual imprint of seeing a duality of self and other that we have habituated to since beginningless time in samsara. The Buddha said you have to purify your own mind, and when it is completely pure, your mind itself is the Buddha. And he said that all sentient beings are actually Buddhas. Beings are only obscured by temporary stains. And that is the stain of self-clinging that continuously arises uninterruptedly. So the Buddha taught that the method to clear that away is the altruistic mind, and that is what we call the Dharma. So in the card it says, I take refuge in the Dharma, in compassion, which is the heart essence of the Dharma. So first I take refuge in wisdom, which is the heart essence of the Buddha, and that is, this wisdom, for example, is first the wish that I want to receive the refuge vow, and then in the middle you think, now I have received the vow, and then you think in the end, now I must observe, I must keep the vow, I must keep the precepts. And what you really have to keep is, what you have to sustain is an altruistic mind of love and compassion. So actually, wisdom, awareness, and compassion have to be in union. So the heart essence of the Buddha, which is within yourself, is your wisdom, awareness, and the heart essence of the Dharma is love and compassion.
사제가 주님 남도 세주를 아무리 타고 요래 예딩에 다 일이 다 세고요 여시기 시바다 감에 담배 키로 듣기 나로니까 하도 비비사들이 그래서 제가 로킹 하고 비비사도 다 쳐버려요 제는 이제 이게 여기는 체디들이 뭐지 체디들 한번 거요 답을 주로 소송 답을 저 답을 이체 하나씩 이체도 쓰기 이라고 하던 거요. 대외 작가에서 말하기는 로비도 유기 상지 여기에 그렇게 나를 위에 가지고 나는 소리는 나선 거예요. 나를 위에 뭐라고 또 라고 이제는 몇분 같았잖아. 자체를 내가 배웠다 말고 그 사람이 라고 예의를 락들을 이정시 수단 즉슨 가이나 깨워서 말하시는 말아봐라 애들이랑 토크요. 그래서 나 보고 찾게 되네. 하마치 빠나 꼬치를 성장하고 보는데 꼬치를 성장하는 건데 그냥 하마 라가라고 제발 합의를 쏜 거예요. 그러니까 나만 처양 합성 되는 기긴 탑재 쌓지 모르지 예비 신규를 락들 용진이 쌓지 모르지 그렇게 락들 르에 잡는데 여기 쌓지 모르지 그래서 도와줘서 뭐 그렇게 얘기
It says I take refuge in the spiritual companions, which is the heart essence of the Sangha. And so the Buddha and the Dharma are actually contained within your own mind. And then the Sangha is someone that we rely upon. And so this spiritual friend or this virtuous friend actually refers to all the teachers, whether they are worldly teachers or Dharma teachers. For example, also science teachers and so on. They are all very precious. For example, a worldly teacher shows us the path, the way in this life. And a Dharma teacher, they, for example, introduce us to karma and past and future lives and show us a much more profound path. But all teachers of both systems are virtuous friends and very precious. In the 37 practices, it says we should treat them even more, we should cherish them even more than our own body. Because our own body is just like a used car that we will leave behind one day. No matter how hard we try, it is really only for the pleasure of this life. In the end, we will have to leave it behind. But what we learn from our teachers, whether it is worldly or Dharma teachers, is something we will bring with us into the next life. For example, there is children who have the same parents, and one child learns very easily and the other one doesn't want to learn. So we bring what we have learned from previous lives into the next life. And also Sakya Pandita had said that even if you were to die tomorrow, you should learn today. Because what you learn today, you will bring with you into a future life. So the qualities, the things that we learn from our teachers are very precious, and that is why the teachers are all very precious. And they should all be seen as our virtuous friends. So therefore in the refuge card it says, I take refuge in the virtuous friend, the companion, which is the heart essence of the Sangha.
딸도 너가 송자가 납달하더니 속당하선을 뒤쳐가야 돼. 다들은 딸도 너가 줄이 송대 르마 이선의 고리 유모베 건달 하에 세지가 너버사 강로 저런 게 시기도 맞지 와서 왜 맞지 뭐 그렇지 뒤답자리 야나 이 소타가 너가 참거려 이거 사와다 빵세 인우 옆에 방아 소타가 너가 참기 너 샘때 방지 이번에 인은 피부사 왔던 거 다 이게 지금 가버탑 지금 피부사 강갑되는 다소랑은 피대래 너봐도 다소랑은 너들이 다다를 능력상게 야마마라기 인은 너봐도 다다소소로 능력적으로 다다서 인은 파 피바 들들이 끼와서 다다 랑은 대화 타고 버리 대회에서 사기게 라진지가 피바다 대외절들이 이는 너무 타다 옹스 피바사와 타다 르트 대들이 소타로 상생이 도박 상대요 대외는 대 저거 가리 폐비요 습기 탐지를 샘도 사지 이겨서 샘이 있었잖아 이 사지 샘도 딱 톱가로 샘 사지 샘 코랑 사지 이겨서 첫 용와기지 첫 쌍마시 첫 쌍마시 잡을 첫 뜻봐도 매만하지 샘코랑 사지에는 오 이 샘들 우리 사지를 저도 사람들이 하고서는 그 사지에만 버틸 거구나 안 나와요 코스마이 야가 사자에 고개를 붙이려고 말이야 상기에 집어 저도 샘이 샘장마까지 자라대 상기에 그래들이 이 당랑 종랑 나동 상정 나도 도바시가 당랑 종거래 쌍마시 봐도 샘이 탐지 샘도 상자지요 하고요 말이야 내 맛이래 대장물이 대비발이 대토로를 다시 하는 거사거지 샘이 우리 사지에 이겨요 세이지 로로지만 좀 베이크도 잡으라서 그래서 이제 소고서 많은데 이렇게 오 샘이 우리 사지에 이겨요 나도 상계야 요리지 대상은 우리 당하는 하동 상조 대하고 이제 소장하서 도바 랍담들이 하고 그래 돌나무 버사서 빵고 그거 저거 때라를 계산하는 거지 대하고 되니까 맞다 그거 되는
And so now regarding the precept that is to be then observed once one has taken the refuge vow, it is said that actually taking the refuge vow actually encompasses the vows of the individual liberation, the bodhisattvas and the vajrayana. Because once you have taken the refuge vow today, first of all, you take a commitment thinking that from now on I shall not cause any intentional harm toward any sentient being intentionally with an afflicted intention with my body, speech and mind. And this commitment is actually the essence of the vows of individual liberation. So in the refuge card it says completely giving up harming others is the heart essence of the individual liberation vows. So in brief, give up a wish of harming others. And then secondly, the essence of the bodhisattva vows is that you develop this wish of benefiting, engaging in activities that benefit others, having a wish and aspiration to benefit others. And that arises from knowing that if you help others and respect others, that is actually ultimately also your own greatest benefit. And then likewise, if you harm others, you're actually ultimately harming yourself. You take a commitment, I shall not cause any harm towards a single sentient being, and I shall benefit them as well as I can. And that comes from knowing that benefiting others is the benefit of oneself as well. So this is the commitment you develop. And that's the essence of the first two vows. And so then, once that is accomplished, then how are beings really benefited? They're really benefited because their true nature, the nature of the mind of all beings, is actually in the Buddha. And it is only when sentient beings separate from the dualistic grasping that they actualize what they really are. It is said that the mind itself, without removing anything or adding anything, as it is in its natural state, is actually the Buddha, or it is like pure water. In this world we have different forms of water, pure and impure, but in the end there's only one essence of water, and the pure state of water is the mind of all the beings. So anyone who has a mind possesses this potential to become a Buddha. Everyone possesses Buddha nature. And once you understand that there is no longer any basis of saying I am a Buddhist or he is not a Buddhist, or within Buddhism he is Sakya and he is Gelugpa and so forth. Because everyone who has a mind has the Buddha nature. And whenever they have purified their mind, they actualize this potential. And so therefore in the refuge card it says, when one becomes adept in a pure perception towards the universe and sentient beings, that is the essence of the secret mantra vows. So the essence of the Vajrayana, the secret mantra, is to train in a pure perception. And that is to understand that all sentient beings have the potential to attain enlightenment. And then there is no more basis for judgments and labelings, such as this is good and this is bad, this is an animal, and so on. Anyone who has a mind has the potential to attain enlightenment. And it is only due to some temporary outer conditions that beings appear in certain ways. That's why Jigten Sumgen also has said that karmic ripening is the momentary manifestation of one's inner thought. But the natural state of mind of all beings is actually Buddha nature. So therefore they ultimately can attain enlightenment. So once you understand that, the essence of those three vows, actually within just receiving the refuge vow, really the quintessence of the individual liberation bodhisattva and the Vajrayana path are actually complete. So in brief, it means to give up harming others, to benefit them as much as you can, and to cultivate a pure perception, to understand that beings actually can attain enlightenment, and to know that these activities are your own greatest advantage. So therefore now in the end, then it says
그러다가 양주도 봐도 주선나 강례지 휴지 자식이 좀 차이가 약하게 단지 띠부 약하게 휴지 약하게 비해서 남과 상대바드는 남과들은 그저 가고 너를 lok이요 휴지 자식이 약하면서 있잖아 들이다지 라리 소비마다 빠서 본다고 그래 들이대요 이 잡도 카데 나도 그렇게 나와도래 빼잖아 들이지 천지에 라리 소비마다 그래 들이다 또는데 잡도 봐서 좀 되는 도서고 되는 들이산이 되는 거래 들이 속다 보자 그래 다 사지어 봐도 다 보자 그래 들이데 게리고 빵다를 통도도 봐야 이 반영을 그래서 다 라도 참아지 통도 비용되는 그 상황을 라도도 표야요 다 들도 너 참아 기다가 저걸 나가 갈아서야 요 말에 이거는 다 기다가 막 같이 부르는 거지 뭐지 저는 이 표요에 다들이 말하대 그래서 너 토고야 돼 저기다 다지고 표요에 하고 거래지 그래서 다들 자들 제네 막 카자다 그래서 표요에 그 사지가 빠듯이 같이 와봐면 저도 저기 상관이 세 마리 습기를 잡다냐가 사지를 봐면 삽대를 찹대요 소주는 대마사도 촬영을 반도성의 전들이 맞성서 소소 주의 맞서는 마가가 정도요나 통수가 말에 맥롱을 대대다를 사지 제마 다들 그 가리들 선들씩 주고 그런 사지를 좋아해요 사지에서도 되게 도담부문이 사지에서 잡아내 봐요 도담부문이 사지 말리는 통으로 말에 그때 사지에 봐면 됐다고 생각이 저도를 대다를 들으더라
And also the precepts in brief are also included in the refuge card. And so once you have taken the refuge vow, it is like you're becoming a citizen of the Dharma country, Dharma kingdom. So there's two kinds of countries or kingdoms. And one is a worldly country and one is like a spiritual country. So it's not just the Buddhism. It is basically two systems, worldly and spiritual. But in any case, once you have become a citizen of the Dharma country or the spiritual country, then the 37 Bodhisattva practices become like your passport. And the refuge card that you receive is your airplane ticket. And also the 37 practices are your law book. And then when a piece of hair is clipped from the top of your crown, that during the refuge vow, that opens the door to the after crown, and later when you die, this is where the consciousness then has to leave from. And who is waiting there to protect you is the Buddha Amitabha. Then what you also will receive today is a little pin that contains the Liberation by Seeing mantra, and that is like your badge of being a Sangha. And the liberation mantra, the benefits are also explained on this red sticker. It has the same benefit. And also you receive those wristbands which also contain the same mantra and the same benefits. And actually you should also know that these wristbands, for instance, and these little liberation objects are actually sponsored by the benefactors. They really have sponsored that and created all of that. I myself really only use my mouth. I move my mouth around and eat food with it and speak sometimes. But it's really them who have made that. And that's a great merit. And also it's a great merit for me, actually. But this is something that I really want you to know, that they really have made this effort to prepare these objects, these gifts for you. And so then also you will receive this special image of Buddha Amitabha, because people often think that Amitabha is just this one solid being, this entity, but that's actually not the case. There's actually an Amitabha above the crown of all sentient beings. And so the thing is just that we have to be able to remember the Buddha Amitabha, and if we habituate to that, then also in the bardo, the Buddha Amitabha will be right there. It is just that if we cannot remember the Buddha, then we cannot connect to the Buddha. It's just like when a child doesn't remember the mother, it cannot connect to the mother's milk, or one is just like a blind person, one is kind of pathless. So it's just important that you're able to remember the Buddha. And actually, ultimately, you're never really never really separated from the Buddha, because
공사 가치부터 다니요래 나 믿음 말이지 내가 빠다 그 메시지 피고 그 같이 더 비바 가양 덕덕하게 상대요 많이 비바 가면에 정말 조금이 부샤부야면서 그 말이 네는 사실 탑라 대박에 내 라고는 차와서지 적기 중이 세기 시송을 까봐서 서지 덕바다 그 요래 나를 무슨 또 생기나 나한테 싫어오래 사실 저러고 놀아서 말이 근데 괜찮았게 몇 자가는 몇줄 정도나 그래서 이제 또 대나지 딱 그빠시 봐 나디 총도 나디 가게를 가버려 가래 쇼를 하고 말이야 나 믿음 봐 인스 그래서 배기요 나 니만은 나 나와는 인스 대회들이 잡지고 세부세기 탐지 나가 거기도 지고 그래서 방도 지고 대유나 그러니까 그들 말에 그세비 요거리 다 파고 그들들 하고 가야 돼 이게 제와요 나야 제와지 끼다 쳐야 돼 나만은 저거요 더 하자 잡아버리나 컨트롤한테 저러 때만 나 그들을 수봐요 또 그들은 수봐고 그래 사적서도 배 사다고 뭐지 사적은 가리 있는 저게 사금을 차라고 그러면 되는 사다고 라도 그래 세다고 고송 사적서도 배 사세지 그래도 내가 내가 이렇게 받아도는 이게 너 받아는 다도 가고 뭐 사고나 내가 있는 내가 뭐 사실은 컨트롤을 되는 거 사와 치워요 말 되는 거 사기요 말 새끼들 강내미들 컨트롤을 되게 이 하장 거 사와 랑은 거 사와 이놈이지 뭐 사와 랑이지 사업성량 거를 그 타도 성량도 얘는 대도 내가 이제 제와도 조바지 오늘 내가 참아 참여해.
And so how we are actually connected to the Buddhas at all times is on the basis of Buddha nature. So ultimately we never really separate from the Buddhas. It is just that temporarily we have not realized that. And so to represent that, there's this image of the multiple Amitabhas, so that we recognize that there is an Amitabha above the crown of all beings. He's together with all beings at all times. And so then next, regarding becoming a Sangha, there are two important points here. So first you receive this pin, this badge, which is like your sign, I am a Sangha. And as a Sangha, what do you have to do? You have to benefit sentient beings. And so then somebody might think that I can't benefit anyone. I just don't have the ability, or I don't have the resources, or I have no money, and so on. But for that, the Buddha provided skillful means, such as the liberation mantra, liberation by seeing mantra. If it is said that anyone who sees this mantra, either with a body or without a body, will purify the negative karma accumulated in 300 million aeons. And the evil intentions and hostility, the anger of mischievous ones will calm down, and they become your friends. This is explained by the Buddha in the Forceful Waterfall Sutra. And if, for example, only one person among 100 people wears this wristband, then everyone benefits from that. Self-grasping slowly diminishes. Self-grasping is like a snow mountain. It has to melt slowly, and we don't recognize it's melting. So now you should think I am a Sangha. That means I am like the sun. I must go, or the moon. I must go around benefiting others. I must have love for others. So in your mind, you should regard all beings as your child, and you should see yourself as a mother. So think that I'm a Sangha. I must have that wish to benefit others. So that is why we refer to as the Sangha as the noble Sangha. Noble because ordinary beings, they do have love, but once they encounter a condition, they could easily lose that love. For example, if there is two friends who love each other very much, the moment they get angry at each other, they lose all their love. But a Sangha wouldn't lose their love because a Sangha has patience. So as a Sangha, mainly you need to have patience. And one example of patience is the ground, the earth. You can walk on the earth or do anything to earth. It is stable, it can't break. So this is like patience. And then one example of bodhicitta is it is also like gold. It is undefiled like gold. So see yourself as a Sangha, and this badge as a sign of being a Sangha, and remember that even if others harm and hurt me, I must practice patience because I am a Sangha. And actually, as a Sangha, the greatest shame or embarrassment actually is to get angry at others, especially others who experience difficulties. It is a great shame from your own perspective, and it is a great shame also from the side of others. There's nothing actually more shameful for a Sangha than getting angry. This is how we lose our Bodhisattva vow. This is how the seed of liberation declines. So remember just that these two qualities that a Sangha must possess. So being a Sangha, you must possess the quality of love and of patience. And if you have that, actually all the Sangha qualities are complete within you.
싸마고 습지탑을 피고 싸면 로서 싸마 제가 상계 탑지를 싸고 저 봤대 상계 탑지에서는 난 저거요래 기술하는 거 떠버려 대비지고 또 취재지 또는 동네도 좀 남들이 고대 예미에 배나 대다를 취재지 또 습지탑지 동이 좀 듣고 요래 배나 대다를 또 좀 들이더니 하자 문항도 또 전부 그걸 문항 갖다 유학하려서나 배용체보 이런 요래 특징이 다시 지수체들한테도 통통을 그런 거 고강고 주요래 다른 사람들이.
And then as for the benefits of taking the refuge vow, when you take the refuge vow from now onwards until you attain the state of enlightenment, you will always take birth in the higher realms temporarily. The doors to the lower realms will be shut, and ultimately you attain the state of enlightenment. So that's in the long term, but even in the short term there is a benefit. If you receive the refuge vow in the morning, it already benefits you later on in the day. For example, in the morning, in the early part of the day, somebody harmed you and you suffered from that. So you think that I have this problem. But then you receive the refuge vow in the afternoon and your perspective changes and you recognize that so this problem actually was caused by my own afflictive emotions, my own karma that I have committed in a previous life. So now you know how to recognize the afflictive emotions as the causes of your own suffering. And you understand that the difficulty is like paying back a karmic debt. And in this way you learn how to accept the suffering that you experience. Or even if you experience some happiness, even if you feel that I'm quite happy, then having received the refuge vow, you would now recognize that this is the result of actions I have engaged in with body and speech that came from a mind of love, and something I have done in a previous life. Now I must hold on to that. I must cultivate and sustain my love. So in this way, understanding the causes, you know what to do and what not to do. Based on your own happiness, you recognize the quality of bodhicitta, and based on your suffering, you recognize the afflictive emotions. And in this way, you will be able to overcome any kind of difficulties right now too. And this is how you attain freedom. This is how it already benefits you in the short term. And so then, so that's the short-term benefit, and in the long term, temporarily you will take birth in the higher realms and ultimately you attain the state of enlightenment. And then furthermore, having taken the refuge vow, all aspiration prayers will be accomplished. They become very powerful, because once you become a citizen of this Dharma kingdom, you also, that comes, along with that come the citizenship rights. So you gain certain powers. So the first power that you must gain is the power of your own good intention. So first you must have a pure intention of really wishing to benefit sentient beings. And if you have that, then you merge with the great merit of all the Buddhas, which is the second power, the power of all the Buddhas' great compassion. And then once you have done that, you connect to the third power, that is the power of the Dharma Dhatu. And so that is on the ultimate level. Samsara and Nirvana are actually inseparable. On the ultimate level of Dharma Dhatu, all sentient beings do not really actually exist. And this is what defeats, this is what subdues all of their suffering. So by virtue of those three powers, all of our aspiration prayers are accomplished. Any kind of virtues or activity or Dharma practice becomes so much more powerful once you have taken the refuge vow. So next we will repeat the refuge prayer, because our time is not very long, and I have also given introductions to that in the past more extensively, but now we don't have too much time, so we will go right into the supplication. So we repeat together. So next we are going to repeat the refuge vow. Please repeat, Noble One, please grant me your attention from this time on, and for as long as I live. I who am called, then say a name, go for refuge in the Buddha, who is supreme among two-legged beings. I go for refuge in the Dharma, which is supreme among those free of attachment. I go for refuge in the Sangha, which is supreme among assemblies. For as long as I live, Noble One, please accept me as a lay adherent to the threefold refuge, who observes a few precepts. Next one. Master, please grant me your attention from this time on and until the essence of enlightenment manifests. I who am called, say a name, go for refuge in the Buddha, who is supreme among two-legged beings. I go for refuge in the Dharma, which is supreme among those free of attachment. I go for refuge in the Sangha, which is supreme among assemblies, until the essence of enlightenment manifests. The next Rinpoche will say Tapino, this is the method. So this is the method to keep the vow. So what is the method? So if you engage in non-virtuous activities, you recognize that, so you regret the negativities you have accumulated before, and you recognize this was created by the afflictive emotions, and in the future you vow to not again repeat these actions. So even if we have transgressed vows, we can confess, purify them through confession. So some people, for example, when they experience all kinds of difficulties, then they, for example, they regret because even though they have taken the refuge vow, so even though not everything is purified, they will find some help because they have confessed. But then there are some who have never taken the vow and they have just given rise to completely ordinary afflictive emotions and engage in non-virtuous conduct. And then when that ripens, then nobody can actually come and help them. So the method really is to regret and to commit to not again repeat these actions. So that is the method. So when Rinpoche will say Tap you know, which means this is the method, we respond with Lexo or excellent.
上发生，也没有任何的懊悔心，没有任何的忏悔的想法，要度化这样的人就相对困难很多了。所以懂得对于所造的恶业、不善业，对这些烦恼产生懊悔之意，并且加以忏悔，这个就是法门。所以待会上师将会说，他比总之这就是法，那大众就回答善哉，就都该走。
太热了。
Let's all. So now we will repeat the concluding prayers. So then after having repeated those prayers, then you can come up one by one to, or while we repeat those prayers, you can come up to receive the hair clip from your crown. 在念愿文的过程当中，今天社会一些法来上来上师来解一下各种法，大家依据在其中引导到接下来上节，其他的随从大家一起按照上师指示愿文。Please repeat. Training, emulating all of the conquerors, may I bring excellent conduct to total completion and engage in wholly pure, stainless, ethical conduct that never degenerates and is without fault in this and every successive lifetime. May I never be separated from the three precious jewels. For the sake of Dharma, may I be unstinting with even my life force and engage the purpose of wayfarers through great determination. May precious Supreme Bodhicitta become manifest where it has not yet arisen. May that which has arisen not degenerate, but ever further increase in this and every successive lifetime. May I not be separated from the supreme teachings of the unequaled Trikung Ratna Shri, and may glorious gurus take me into their care. In all rebirths, may I never be parted from authentic gurus and always enjoy the Dharma's glories, having fully completed the qualities of the grounds and paths. May I swiftly attain Vajradhara state in each and every rebirth. May I be of noble lineage, clear-minded, devoid of pride, greatly compassionate and respectful of the Guru. Thus may I observe the Samaya with the glorious Guru. Whatever aspiration prayers have been made for the sake of sentient beings, from ever excellent great Vajradhara on down to the kind root Guru, may every one of them be swiftly accomplished.
升起者亦不退。祈愿三转更增上。
第一排要献哈达的，请先上来好吗？
生生世世一切时，无比直供人间之。殊胜法教不分离，吉祥上师其摄受，祈愿生生不
第二排献哈达，请起来。
恒常受用殊胜之妙法，圆满一切地道之功德。祈愿速证金刚持果位，祈愿今生以及所有生。
好，我们献哈达的到这边来，献哈达的到这边排队。好，我们到这边。
悲心广大，谦卑敬上师。
献哈达的在这边好吗？
承守上师三昧之誓言，始自普贤如来金刚持，乃至具恩根本上师尊，为利众生所发一切愿，迅速无碍圆满皆成就。啊，好，那就是，嘿嘿，真是，哦是，嘿嘿，那个得到开许只要念2遍就好。
第3排先不要起立好吗？请稍等，秀智师姐，第3排先不要起立哈，我们一排一排慢慢来，没关系哈。第3排现在暂时都不要起立啊！我们现在志工暂时大家先持咒啊，都先不要起立哦，请大家先安坐啊，感谢。那边都先不要进来好吗？志工这边先不要下来，还没有轮到你们啊，请稍等啊，请稍等。请大家，秀智师姐，请先不要下来喽，哈。这支举牌是献哈达的啊，献哈达的请到白色的举牌来排队啊，献哈达的到白色举牌，皈依的到那个举牌啊，谢谢。我们献哈达的在这支白色的举牌这边排队啊。 请先都不要下来，我们继续持咒啊。白色的举牌是献哈达啊，请都好，我们现在秀智师姐，请第3排，我们安排第3排好不好？依序从那边，请皈依的到这边来排队，献哈达的到那边。第3排，好，我们现在第3排，皈依跟献哈达的都全部起来。第3排这几位，请您先站起来好吗？方便他们走路，麻烦您站起来，感谢。第4排的请先安坐啊，我们等第3排。场内请保持静语。我们场内唯一只有咒音，请保持静语。这个我是仁波切加持，仁波切加持，请在台这边。我是秀智师姐，第4排请准备，第4排来，第4排师兄，好，我们第4排慢慢的来，来第4排献哈达的皈依的。好，来我们第4排，这边没错。献哈达的在这边，献哈达，加持的，仁波切加持的这边好吗？来，那我们可能要 先战士站起来一下，您先站起来一下。一的往右边加持。这边是会加持的，加持的来加持的往这边。好，我们尽快来加持的往这边。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。来，我们加油！阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。来。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。好，我们这一排，1、2、3、4，第6排，请来。第6排，轮到我们了啊！第6排。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。第6排，对我是。阿弥陀佛。不需要哈达的哈，我们是无字加持，什么都不需要，您人来就好了。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。不需要哈达，什么都不需要，需要的是您的人跟您的心。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。哇，我们越来越棒了。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。功德箱在后面。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。第7排稍等啊。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛 好，轮到我们第7排了，来，对，我是。来，我们第7排欢喜的下来吧。对，我是。对，我是。对，我是。越来越好了，第9排，开心的第9排，第8排，换我们了。阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，加持的往这边啊，加持的跟我。阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛， Om 来第11排，那先 如果你要洗手间的，可以现在吃。 辛苦了，没听懂。
Om Om Amedevasa, 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 Om Amedevasa,
视线不要起来，好，最后一排。
Amedevasa, Om 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 Amedevasa, Om
视线不要转起来，好吗？谢谢大家，谢谢坐下，好，先坐下，等你们回家吃饭。 你要不要先站起来？先站着休息，坐着比较轻松。
Amedevasa, Amen.
我们即将要完成了，大家是一起来唱
Amitabha
想一 师兄妹的快乐啊，姐妹。那我可以说几句话吗？我们这边的志工呢，有好几位呢，都是从文殊研磨地开始。文殊研磨地9天的闭关，普巴金刚，全程的志工，请问4场都参加的志工，请举手。哇！他们呢，2个月呢，家里呢都长草了。回家信箱里面呢挤满了啊！那我们特别感谢我们这次的众生文化的总编辑，我们的静雅老师，还有富华，他们是非常不可思议的哈。仁波切所讲的呢，隔一天或者是当天晚上全部听打出来，马上就可以复习。我们先特别谢谢我们的静雅老师还有富华。当然，我们很多都是全程志工哈。那今天是圆满啊。那请问一下祥子，这样看得到吗？
画面稍微平均一下，左边空的。
来，我们蒋迪珍师姐，我们到左边去啊。好，这样可以吗？
好，我们再过来一点，以仁波切为中心，然后左右平均分配。好，再来。最旁边的直接就往旁边移，最后面的几位来。动作快点了，快点！
每天早上都是5点多起床啊，6点50就到现场的。
来，麻烦一下，最左边的直接往，再过去，来，快点！
他们2个月都吞的维他命和利他命 A。
好，
然后可以了吗？
最后一排的站起来，对，不用怕，你就站起来，然后把仁波切的位置让出来就可以。最后一排的站起来。
突然看到仁波切。
对，最后一排站起来。好，我们准备喽。
来，我们大家开不开心？我们棒不棒啊？好棒！好，谢谢。不要挡住仁波切。不要挡住仁波切。好，我们大家志工请回座。这句话蛮熟悉的。好，我们志工请回座。那我们现在请问一下，我们就休息一个。因为刚才大家可能已经都到洗手间过了啊，所以我们就现在是4点20分。那我们可不可以4点40分的时候，我们就再下一个啊？那么下一个这个行程呢，其实就是第一个就是要照团体照。那照团体照也很简单，大家只要坐在自己的位置上就好了。我们的很神奇的祥子摄影师呢，就可以帮大家全部照进去哈。那我们第一个4点40，希望4点40分就能够全部进来这边哈。现在是4点20分，那我们就可以照团体照。那仁波切会有圆满的结行开示，我们献一个曼达啊。那还有呢，吉祥哈达海。好，所以我们4点40分，大家再来这边一起圆满。在场内请不要吃饼干。对不起，等一下，我再看一下，好像是不休息。对不起，请稍等一下哈。仁波切不休息吗？好，那我们照原定计划哈。好，谢谢仁波切。 4:40，准备哈达。 现在要准备拍团体照，所以这边应该要过来啊！来，我们这边全部到走前面来好吗？到来，我们这边的到这个走道上，那个走道上好吗？来，那我们动作快一点，下来那边都拍不到的，走道上那边的走道上或前面哈、来，我们赶快哈！对，走道，对，找走道。找走道好吗？或者是现在还有一些椅子空的，就坐下去好吗？哈，来，我们自己好，那边都拍不到哦，我们要找走道好吗？走到那边哦，好，还有都可以哈，两边都可以，前面坐下来也可以啊，不知道拍不拍得到？祥子，如果他们坐在台前，拍得到吗？拍不到，走道才可以，对不对？他们站在那边拍得到吗？如果站在现在那一位，对他现在举手那一位拍得到吗？好，那站在那边好，来 ，Hello， 亲爱的，我们站这边，这边来，站这边，就像他这样站一排就拍得到。来，我们那边站一排好不好？来，谢谢，看得到，在那边排一排，不要下来了，那个。对，这个就像他一样，白色那一位师姐一样，站那一排看得最清楚，就这样谢谢，就这样子，对，那排最清楚了，好吗？就站在那个靠着那个，对，这样非常清楚。来，我们音控的，你们要这样子拍吗？站起来吧，嘿，好，都可以看到哈。坐在这边可能看不到，好，太低了。对，
左边的靠走廊那边的4位，你们往后面，或者那边你们快不快？对，是的，4位往后，往后你们可以站起来，那个走廊的站起来都 OK。最旁边走廊的站起来都，
那台用站的好了，好不好？哎，
只要是在走廊的都站起来，没有最左边跟最右边走廊的，麻烦都站起来。然后最后面3排麻烦往前补齐，所以后面起立，最后面3排请起立，然后前面走廊都有位置，麻烦你们往前，这样把走廊都补满。好，麻烦一下，慎重，慎重，很好。好，麻烦哦。
好，祥子，我们这边看得到吗？
看一下。
我们来测试一下哈，这边看得到吗？静雅老师，请后退来。
看一下。好，这样就可以，这样可以。然后后面的呢，后面不要聚一堆一堆的，麻烦都往前。然后如果后面的呢，你就平均往左右去补齐。然后最后2排麻烦起立，最后2排我们就站着拍。最后2排，
我们最后2排站起来拍好吗？
站起来，谢谢。
好，最后2排，哇，好棒哦！最后2排，我们画面直接就可以看得到了，我们直接就可以看得到什么样子了，好棒。
好的。
只有我看得到。
中间有一位穿白衣服的师姐吗？对你那边太突出了，麻烦看是下来还是怎么样？好，谢谢。对对对，这样很好。好的，好，就这样拍喽。
手上如果有哈达的，可以把哈达拿起来挥起来。我们把哈达挥起来，把哈达挥起来，哈达挥起来。看镜头，不要指，我们要看镜头，看镜头。好，现在我们回到自己的位置啊。仁波切现在要为我们做一个圆满的结行开示。现在仁波切为我们做圆满的结行开示。
So today we complete 100 million mantra accumulation of Amitabha, and it was very auspicious, and for many years we have been doing this retreat, starting in Singapore. Thubten Drubchö started the tradition of this retreat, and now it has increased year by the year, and Dharma friends are increasing by the year, and everyone is working really hard, and now we are able to have this really large assembly of retreat. And so in the future, the Buddha Amitabha is always there continuously, so you should continue to engage in this practice. So, Dharma friends, the body is like a house. It is said in the 37 Bodhisattva practices, consciousness, the guest, will cast aside the guest house of the body. So, as long as you do not interrupt the continuum of love and compassion, and from lifetime to lifetime, the benefit of self and others and all sentient beings will be accomplished simultaneously. That is the power of the Buddha's aspiration and the blessing of bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is without birth and death. Whoever possesses bodhicitta actually is immortal. And so therefore, again and again, we engage in activities to benefit sentient beings, and we will meet each other again as Dharma friends, as Vajra siblings, understanding that bodhicitta cannot die. Bodhicitta is the samaya that everyone should keep. That is immeasurable love, whether it is in your private life or in a public assembly in the future. Continue to sustain this bond. Wherever you go, in whichever country you visit, wherever you're from, it would be good to, it's very important to continue the practice of the 100 million mantra recitation retreat of Amitabha. So these activities are due to activities and our prayers of bodhicitta that we have made together in the past, in previous lives. So this was the cause, and the condition is the benefactors, the center, the lamas and the spiritual teachers, everyone participating. It is the result of virtuous karma. It is ripening, fruitioning into happy results. It is the power of bodhicitta. So everything arises out of causes, conditions in an interdependent way. So basically, depending on bodhicitta, as a result of bodhicitta, this is the kind of result that arises. And so we are doing this with the aspiration to, the dedication to establish all sentient beings in the Pure Land of Devachan. And in the future, those sentient beings who do not have time to engage in much practice, just recite the wishing prayer of Devachan. It is very important. It is very easy to understand the meaning. It is very profound. It is complete in meaning. It is easy to understand. So this sadhana of Amitabha also actually is just like that. Everyone should hold on to bodhicitta as being deathless. The spiritual teacher will always be present, and the body is impermanent, but like a reflection. But the mind cannot die; will always be there. And whenever you practice, we will be together, and we will pray that we will meet each other again and again in all future lifetimes. And all the spiritual teachers who have come here, so many of them have come from Gar Monastery, retreatants, Kemos, Acharyas. And actually there is not many who have not done the 3-year retreat. They are all very special spiritual teachers. In a small little place where we are from, there are, in a small place like this, so many good things come together that many spiritual teachers and a great retreat can be organized. That is also the result of virtuous actions. So in the future, think that I'm going to engage in this practice for the benefit of sentient beings, not for me to attain birth in Devachan. Everyone is Chenrezig, everyone is Amitabha, every male is Chenrezig, every female is Tara. So see things in just this way and engage in activities with this in mind. And so with this in mind, I also offer the Bodhisattva vow, and I give many explanations. During the Refuge vow, you also have learned I am a Sangam. So see yourself in this way, and Dashidela to all the spiritual teacher and all their disciples, and people who are following us over the live stream. There's over 50 countries, and we are actually all together no matter where you are. The mind of bodhicitta is always together. It doesn't matter where we are physically. Also in the future, actually we are always beyond meeting and parting. Whoever cultivates bodhicitta will pervade all Buddhas. It becomes an offering to all the Buddhas, and it becomes a purification of obscurations of all sentient beings. And slowly the ice block of their suffering again and again is melting. So it is an offering to the Buddhas, and the benefit to sentient beings that happen simultaneously. The benefit of self and others is accomplished simultaneously. And so to all the disciples and the benefactors and everyone present here, thank you so much. I'm very grateful to you, and many Dashidela to all of you. In all the countries in this world, we pray that all these countries in the world may experience peace and happiness. Everyone should make prayers accordingly.
特别是极乐院门，希望大家要能够非常重视这个法门。极乐院门它包含了非常完整的佛教的意涵，而且简明意思呢既完整又非常的深邃，可以说是整个那套佛教的修行法非常精要的一教法，学习它的一个方式。再来，刚刚提到了离心的自信是不生不灭，虽然在外在世俗的角度来说，世事都会变化，我们的有形的物质的身都是会变化，但是我们的内心，只要是在实修的时候，大家内心总是以内心的连接而同在的，所以应当为此是发愿生生世世都能够讲离心就是离心，如此一来，这个不生不灭离心就能够让我们破灭为止。那么，在这个社会，在这个台湾这个社会是非常幸运的，有无数的善知识来到这边，包括了有些是做过传统闭关的，包括一些公安部、一些阿舍里面，这些善知识都是非常重要的。在小小地方有这么好的学佛的条件，这么多的善知识莅临此处，这个都是因为过去的善业所促成，所以大众才能够相遇的。所以未来大家应当时时思考这个问题，就是我应当如何对众生产生利益，如何饶益有情众生，而不要只想着我应当如何往生西方极乐世界，重点应该想一想，我怎么能够利益其他众生，我怎么能够将所有的众生都看得一个个。比方说，当你看到男性的时候，你就想哦，这个就是观音；看到女性的时候呢，这位就是度母。如此一来，所做的一切善法都会转成，所做一切事情、一切工作都会变成善法。那这一次在台湾的活动当中，也给大家献上了第一届，今天也对皈依的道理做了解释。在这些课程当中，很重要的就是僧伽的身份的重要性，今天给大家做了解释了。那么除了今天在会场的大众之外，还有很多的外国法友也参与。其实是亲临现场，透过网络参与，都是因为他们的心确实都是在一起的。到底身体是不是够距离这个是并不是重要的。在认识菩提心的本性是不生不灭的情况之下，多去为了等虚空的一切有情众生修持菩提心，这么一来，我们就很时都是在一起的。一个人他心里面发起菩提心，修持菩提心，那他一个人所修持菩提心的力量，就能够以一切天空的所有有情众生，用所有的一切诸佛的供养，也能够使众生的罪障得到尽除的。他发起菩提心的力量，就可以使众生内心当中的苦因，也就是逐渐的消融、逐渐的减少，所以这是极其重要的。那在这个法会圆满的最后，特别要向提供一切顺利条件的所有的赞助者，还有所有的弟子法友们，以及在座的一切伟大众，跟在这个世界上各地共同参与的所有的法友，表达吉祥如意跟由衷的谢意。希望大家日后能够持续的为这整个世界的宁静以及安乐发愿和修持。
And so whether I'm physically present or not, it would be very good to continue uninterruptedly to continue this retreat every year. And moreover, our disciples also make a great effort to educate everyone else. This is actually the biggest responsibility that Christine has taken on. So on behalf of everyone, I would like to offer her a katak of gratitude. World Peace Prayer. Page 36. Long life prayers. Page 44. Long life prayer of Khatas Rinpoche. Page 40.
상가 테이드 가시네레 가시네레 가시네레
我们报告哈，我们这次民主法会总共的奏数是全球呢，这次呢在网上直播的全球有65个国家9万人次的今天呢，跟我们一起在网上共享说我们习惯心在一起。那还有呢，我们这次总共累积的13亿3700万。In this time in the Amitabha retreat, in the last stream, we had 65 countries together and about 90,000 people together watch the live stream, and the accumulated for the Amitabha mantra is about 1.3 billion and 37 million. 好，那这个是我们跟我们呢尽供养给所有一切的众生。那当然最后我们来到我们的吉祥哈达海，在吉祥哈达海之后呢，我们要唱白度母。仁波切长久住世，常转法轮。
仁波切说，向全世界各地的一切法友问候，吉祥如意。
仁波切长久住世，常转法轮。仁波切 long life and turn the Dharma wheel。这个是仁波切唱的哦，听到了吗？仁波切长久住世，常转法轮。然后我们再用我们的清净心我们再一起来告诉仁波切说：仁波切长久住世，常转法轮。然后我们现在来唱仁波切的《白度母》。好，我们音乐先关掉好吗？然后我们在白度母的这个咒声中，然后我们来恭诵我们的恩师噶见仁波切。布利玛拉玛，我们唱白度母好吗？
嗡达咧得多咧得咧玛玛耶迦那巴耶巴真噶罗娑。嗡达咧得咧玛玛耶迦那巴耶巴真噶罗娑。
仁波切长久住世，常转法轮。仁波切长久住世，常转法轮。仁波切长久住世，常转法轮。